And so the last thing I put down here, and then we'll go through it, inshallah. We'll do a brief recap. But I'm going to end with this one hadith, and it's a well-known hadith. And inshallah, it's something that we should remember. And it's the hadith with regards to KIBR. KIBR is arrogance. Please write this down, inshallah. KIBR. Okay? Arrogance. KIBR. K-I-B-R. KIBR. Okay? The word KIBR, show you something real quick. KIBR. Right? See this? KIBR. I'm going to show you the root word of KIBR. See that? See KIBR? Now watch what I do. Now what word did I make? Akbar. Right? The word KIBR comes from the word Akbar. When we say Allahu Akbar, Allah is the most greatest. Allah is the one worthy of being arrogant because He got it like that. He is the one who can be arrogant because He can. So we say Allahu Akbar. Allah is the one worthy of grandioso. Allah is the one worthy of grandstanding. He is the greatest of the greatest. Right? He is the one who is worthy of being arrogant because He can. So therefore, KIBR means to compete with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says something, but you say, I want to do what I want to do. That's KIBR. That's arrogance. You're trying to take on the attribute of Allah. Okay? So now we understand where KIBR comes from. It comes from the word Akbar. That's why we say Allah is Akbar. You ain't Akbar. I'm not Akbar. Allah is Akbar. So therefore what? I submit to Him. I'll do what He tells me to do, not what I want to do. Okay? So the Prophet Muhammad said in hadith, anyone who has an atom's weight, right? We can't even see an atom, right? A molecule, right? Anyone who has an atom's weight of KIBR, right, will not even be able to smell paradise, although it can be smelled 700 years away. 700 years. Huh? We can't even understand 700 years, right? Because ain't none of us even going to make it to 700 years. We better make it to 60 if we be lucky. Okay? But what Rasulullah said, the smell of paradise can be smelled 700 years away. It means that it's going to be smelling really good. Okay? Anyone who has an atom's weight of KIBR will not even be able to smell the scent of paradise, although the scent of paradise can be smelled 700 years away. So what did the Sahaba say? Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But some of us, we like to wear nice clothes. We like to wear nice shoes. Right? I like to get dapper. Is that KIBR? He said, no. He said, because one of the names of Allah is Al-Jamil. Right? Like you hear some of the sisters named Jamila or Jamil. That means handsome or beautiful. This is one of the names of Allah. Al-Jamil. He is the most handsome. He is the most handsome. All handsomeness comes from Him. All beauty comes from Him because He is Al-Jamil. And thus Allah loves beautiful and nice things. Right? So it's okay to wear nice things. It's okay to wear beautiful things. It's okay to look nice. Right? He said, but arrogance is pertaining to the Deen. Right? And the belittling of your brother or sister. Okay? So get that word again. Arrogance is pertaining to your Deen, meaning pertaining to your submission, your obedience, right? What you do when you're told that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this, right? And based on what you did on that, based on your Deen, that is arrogance. Or the belittling or talking about your brother or sister, right? Downplaying, oh man, she ain't nothing. Oh man, I'm better than she. Look at her. She ain't got it. That's talking about somebody. That's arrogance. Just because you think you got something material. First of all, in Islam, your material stuff don't matter. Allah's going to say He can test you with a fitna in this life with some good stuff. He can test you with money. He'll give you all of these things in this life to test you. And it could be a fitna for you because you don't know how to act with it. So just because you have more things, that doesn't define Allah's love for you. Right? Hugh Hefner, he got a lot of money, but does that mean Allah loves him? Y'all know who Hugh Hefner is? He got a lot of money. Does that mean Allah loves him? No. Okay? So money don't define, and it's not a determining factor of Allah's love for you. Okay? To the contrary, the Prophet Muhammad said that those who are the most tested, those who go through the most trials and tribulations are the prophets. And then those next to them in belief, and then those next to them in belief. So based on your belief, based on your iman, based on your taqwa, based on your walk, It's going to determine the trials and tribulations that you go through. You might be getting hit, and that doesn't mean Allah don't love you. He's testing you. He's shaping you, right? Just like you go to a blacksmith, right? This is a Bible, the verse talking about Allah, the blacksmith. You go to a blacksmith, you get a piece of metal, you put it in the fire, right? You hammer it, you dump it in the steaming water, you kind of ding, 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 ding. You got to hit it, put it in the fire, all this other kind of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, what does that piece of metal that didn't look like nothing before it went inside the fire, it came out what? A sharp sword, right? A sharp sword. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may be testing us in order to make us sharper. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might be testing us to remove the impurities from our life, from our household, from our family, right? From the people around us. He'll hit us with trials and tribulations, man, because when you get tested, that's the defining moment. Okay? So that's KIBR. Don't let nobody tell you that, you know, to want to look nice or to look presentable or whatnot, that this is KIBR, this is arrogance, or you show you arrogant. Dressing nice, it ain't got nothing to do with arrogance. Arrogance is pertaining to the Deen, and arrogance is pertaining to the believing of your brother. Don't use Webster dictionary translation of what arrogance means. We use what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said and what the Prophet said, arrogance is, and that's what we run with. Okay?